Alright, hello everybody, welcome to the stream. Don't mind the delay, I was just busy really messing with the VRML bot tags and failing miserably. I'm good at this. Nonetheless, we're about to start here on this cast between, well, two nights tonight. Between the MidKnights and the Knights of Origin on the casting booth. I'm Palidore and being joined, very glad to say, by Acadie for his first cast here officially in VRML. So welcome to the stream, and how's it going?
Yeah, no, thanks, Palidore. I'm having a great time. I'm excited to get going here for this Battle of the Knights.
Yeah, Battle of the Knights. It's a battle that will excite. Of course, we have over here on the side of Knights, mentioned it before the stream, and these players were kind of telling me this before, but we've got a lot of intermingled players here over the course of this season, which is to say the Knights of Origin getting, well, three of their 4 players were playing on the side of MidKnights at one point or the other. So very interesting developments there as these teams do get ready to joust. So I see in the Twitch chat, got Lewis in there, Minty, Addison, Block, Slang, and Bricky. Got Flutes, got Tony, Interlock Studios, and Jake. And now, let's make the most of this cast as they go for the first joust. It's Guardian with the disc for Knights of Origin.
Yeah, you can see that the MidKnights, they got the headbutt right off the bat trying to get that first possession, but it turned out that the Knights of Origin ended up regaining possession, and they're really playing it slow game here through midfield, trying to get to the goal to ensure a goal, but a quick takeaway here by the MidKnights to get it back into the Origin zone.
That's going to go pretty close to the bubble, but Minty will be there for the overtake and send it, well, get his teammates down the tunnels where he can maybe send a pass open. You like to see the separation there, not, you know, getting too close together, just opening up the passing lanes and trying to be patient here for Minty and crew.
Yeah, you can really tell they're really taking their time here, trying to find an open pass to make sure they can really just get an easy goal to get the first one rolling. But you can see JJ here going for the quick shot, and he gets that 2-pointer from inside the bubble, 7 meters away, a solid 17 meters a second to open the scoring for this first round.
Yeah, more than solid. That was definitely a great way to get it done, just walking it in on the defense there from the bubble. And on 2 players, essentially, had one coming in with a stun, had one in the goal, but JJ does make the play. And with about 1:20 off the clock, it's Guardian rolling out with the pass to Minty.
Yeah, they're really just kind of throwing it down there on the far end of the MidKnights zone, but interception here quick by Minty after the MidKnights clear. He's going to hold it on to Station, and he's going to try to look for an open pass as JJ's pressuring him slowly and passes out to Shoulder, and now he's in the bubble. He's going to go for a quick cut pass, doesn't get quite it, and Aiden's going to grab it on the left side and try to reset it.
All right, Aiden over to the teammates there, Minty in the mid line. The mint line, and looking Minty fresh right now on the positioning. That said, out of position, will be knocked loose, the teeth that is, thanks to JJZL getting a clear, now finding the boost. So everyone up and down the floor, but being left in the dust after another series of stuns enables, at least for a little bit, Knights of Origin to get the disc, but it looks like they may lose it here. Going to be tough and very contested, but finally a clear, at least momentarily.
Yeah, it's kind of going back and forth a little bit here between zones fairly quickly. No one really has clear possession currently at the moment, but as we can clearly tell, the Knights of Origin are trying to keep that possession to maybe get back in this game really, really quickly and to possibly get that 3-pointer. Who knows?
Yeah, well, they're going to definitely try and work with their offense. So far, I've felt their offense has been really nicely placed in terms of, you know, the spacing here. They're offering themselves angles to pass it if they need. That said, a bold shot will just get it right back to JJ, and seems like JJ, despite the fact that it will be intercepted, JJ's been all over that disc everywhere it bounces. Seems like the first person to grab it back oftentimes has been JJ so far.
Yeah, the Knights of Origin have kept most of the possession for this game to start, but JJ has been really a main defensive side for the MidKnights as they're just trying to not let that first goal go in and get momentum going for Origin. Yeah,
that will be slung back through. I mean, neither team getting a ton of momentum quite yet. It's a lot of a momentum stoppage, in fact, just because of the brawls. And but about 4 minutes in, 3.5 minutes in, and both teams kind of looking for a little bit of rhythm here on Channel 3, which is to say, by the way, we got a lot of options, of course. Tonight we have several casters and cameramen all at work. A lot of matches, so check out VRML Channel 1, 2, and 3, as right now going for the 2, but no, it's going to be taken out. Sam Paquette, and packs that for a great grab. This would not be the first time in the course of this season that I've seen Sam just get those great grabs from the goal.
Yeah, that was a great read there by Sam. He clearly saw that he was going to go for that shot, and he thought, you know what, let me push him, pressure him even more, and he easily stole the disc from him and just tried to clear. Couldn't get it quite out, but now it is in the Origin zone.
And we'll be kind of slapped around a bit, so hanging here on the side of the floor. But you can see they have, once again, the positioning all around on these players. In that particular case, probably a back pass would have even been more ideal towards the goal because they kind of threw it into the awaiting defensive clamps. That said, now getting rid of it is Block Slinging. They already have the stack prepared, so nice grab here. Everyone diving out of the bubble. That's going to open it up for the Fader Minty, and that was great. That was a mint, and yeah, that's 3-2 for the Knights of Origin.
Yeah, you can see really the MidKnights, all four of them were going for Minty there. Really cost them big because he ended up getting that three-pointer from just outside the bubble from shoulder. It was really unfortunate cost that Minty had to pay, but Andy, there's another big cost that MidKnights going to have to pay as they missed the disc on the Joust, and Origin's going to get an easy three-pointer off of the off nest there.
Well, that was highly unfortunate. You do see it from time to time. It'll happen, but you never love it when it does, especially against, well, if you're the team it was shot against. So it was Block Slinging Bricky with the just open, easy shot there. No bricks, just sticks it.
Yeah, and now they're trying to get some momentum back in this as they know they just let up that easy three-pointer that, unfortunately happens all the time sometimes. That contradicted what I just said, but,
sometimes half the time, but online.
And they do. JJ just throws it in for a quick two-pointer to let the Origins know that they're still here, they're still playing, and that, they're still in this game. It's now a 2-point game with 4 minutes left.
Yeah, so 6-4 here. MidKnights going to be on the defense. Knights of Origin coming back on the offense, I guess. I mean, if there were ever more appropriate times for a joust, it would be in a game like this. And right now, just jostling for position and for momentum, bringing it back here will be MidKnights taking that disc through the tunnel, but Guardian receives it over there. And Guardian trying to get the wind beneath them and get a pass over deep across the floor to Aiden, who now has a pass as well right below, and the immediate shot. Nice hit from a Block Slinging. And Aiden assists.
That play completely started with Guardian on back station, passed it all the way over to Aiden. He was cutting through Pac-Man, and he passed it down to Block, and it was a very nice play to watch.
Yeah, it was an excellent job there from them, and you just got to love the efficient passing. Anytime you see that, I always mention how it's really my favorite part of the gameplay of Echo Arena and team play, or any sports. I really just love to see the passing and kind of facilitating teammates and such. So whenever you can see that, and we've seen it a couple times here, Knights doing a pretty good job so far. But MidKnights, they're not far behind.
Yeah, no, Knights of Origin have definitely been trying to keep this passing vibe and trying to keep it slow game. But as we can see here, maybe the MidKnights might be slowing it down a little, knowing that they're only 2 points behind and just trying to regain possession. And big punch, they regain possession after a quick takeaway there from Aiden. And they're really just trying to find a way out here. They can't seem to get out of their own half.
Yeah, just a duck attempt from Aiden. That said, now a little jump through, so Aiden's going to convert maybe on a goal attempt. There it goes, walks it in. So undoing the mistakes of yesterminute with just a quick run into the goal for 2.
And now the Knights of Origin on defense once again as they just put that in to extend their lead by 2 more points. 3 more. No, 2 more. How many was that? 2 points?
Yes, pretty sure. Just walked it right in there. Was a 3v1 essentially on the goalie, and now with less than 2 minutes to spare, they're going to be in a position here where they can't really afford to be too slow with offense, even though normally you approve of that. Just slow and steady, winning that race, but that kind of gets out of place when it comes down to the last 2 minutes and you're down by potentially 2 to 3 goals. So fast action required, but disc lost and trying to acquire it back. It's a Sam Paquette from the mid zone.
Yeah, you can really see they got Sam sitting in the back there just trying to make sure that the disc stays in the origin zone, because they really can't afford to let another goal in or even just waste more time, as there's just over a minute left and they're down by 2 possessions, which is 2 3-pointers, might I add, and those are even more difficult to get than just regular points, especially with a goalie in net. And they're going for a quick shot here to see if they can get it in, but they just can't. They're really just trying to get that first 3-pointer to get that momentum going, as they just have under a minute left to go now to tie this game up.
It would have been a very important hit had they gotten it, but yeah, now that the time is winding down, you're kind of in a position where you will be just about forced now to go for back-to-back threes at this point. So needing to maybe assault the goalie there, just go for an anchor shot, something of that sort, because otherwise time is definitely winding down. They're going to find a 2-pointer. But JJ, off of that play, I mean, 36 seconds, they're down by 4. They need to score twice. It is not looking good for a comeback here.
Yeah, very unfortunate there for the Midnight, as they needed to get that 3-pointer to be able to have a chance at another 3-pointer to be able to tie this game. Now it's still a 2-possession game, and the minimum you need is 2 2-pointers, or you need 2 goals anyway. And with less than 30 seconds left, it's very difficult to do that, especially on running time.
Yeah, and so at this point, just playing for the points and playing to just lessen the differential a bit. Of course, it does matter, a tiny bit, that is, on the MMR. Not significantly, but it'll have its little effect. So you always want to try and score and keep the margins as close as possible. And with that said, though, unable to score one more time, it will be a 4-point victory in the first round in this best of 3 of Knights of Origin versus MidKnights. So still some clock yet to come in the second round, and still time to see one of those round 2 comebacks, reverse sweeps. We saw a lot of them yesterday, so it's always on the table, I think, at this point in the season.
Yeah, you could see Knights of Origin really took control of that first round and were able to keep their momentum. When I say momentum, I don't mean necessarily fast. They kept it slow, they kept it safe, and they played well. They won the game by 4 points, a comfortable amount. They made sure that the distance between them and the MidKnights was constantly distant.
Yeah, and just effective round. I mean, from block slaying, the 5 points there, 17 stuns, well ahead of everyone else in the stuns department, just about, besides J-Way on the other side. But you had Aiden with a couple points and an assist, Guardian there with a couple stuns, Minty with 3 points, 6 stuns. But everyone kind of playing their role, their positioning there, whether front line or back line. For the MidKnights was all 6 points there, actually going to JJ Zell, looking like a gazelle, and really putting the name on the board a lot of times there. So good job from JJ there. He had an assist to Kiwi, 13 stuns to J-Way, Sam Paquette with 1 assist and 1 save. But right here, it's round 2 underway.
Yeah, very quick start here to round 2. And JJ has possession here, trying to make that pass up to the top right side. J-Way can't get it, though, as Minty is going to grab it first and try to clear it. But it's intercepted once again by JJ, who's coming in on Ghost, trying to get in for a quick point here to start this second round.
That was such a mean stun over there, so unnecessary, and yet I'm sure it felt good. But at the same time, just figuring, well, I don't have to do this, but I'm gonna do it. Bop. And right back into the tunnel. It'll go the way of JJ. Never mind. It's Aiden slapping it through, so lost it off the body, and that's going to bounce pretty close to the goal. But sail back out again and at least allow a little time for Aiden to collect. And Knights of Origin already 1 round advantage and maybe first points advantage here, depending. But just kind of a haphazard pass gets back to JJ.
JJ just trying to clear it down, trying to find his teammates to get a regrab back in. Guardian might be the first one there, but no, JJ is going to grab it first. He might go in for this quick corner. Great save there by Aiden, but JJ steals it after the save for a slam dunk goal to put MidKnights on the board first. But a great save there by Aiden in the first place, I will have to admit, as a goalie. Those 2-pointers are hard to save.
Well, as a goalie, you should know once they get the regrab and slam it back, probably not feeling too good. Those are always the worst, aren't they? I mean, I say that as if I get a lot of saves. Never did, but nonetheless, can't feel good. You feel like I played great defense. Oops, it's in the goal.
Well, to be fair, it isn't really the fault of the goalie at that point. As a goalie, you have to accept that sometimes. And there's another goal there by the MidKnights, really showing that they're still here. And now 4-0, J-Way taking a turn at scoring the goal. And but yeah, as I was saying, as a goalie, you want to be able to just accept the fact that, hey, you stopped the three-pointer. Let's move on. And that's just the mindset that a goalie needs to have to be able to keep playing the way they're playing and keep playing consistently and well and stopping those discs.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Mental game always a strong important part. Right now, it'll be a couple players, 3 in fact, all diving in. So a cross-pass attempt. I like the idea. The execution not quite there, but look, good positioning here from Kiwi. Able to get that disc and send it back to the midfielder there, Sam. Playing that back lane role, and J-Way, though, starting to get piled on by a lot of defense and offense. Just everyone kind of joining the mosh pit as Block Slangen tries to sling it out.
Yeah, and we could see the Knights of Origin trying to get that clear as they can't seem to get possession currently in this second round, as the MidKnights seem to be dominating with possession and keeping it in the zone. And there, another example, JJ scoring once again to extend the lead by 6 points now early in this second round.
Well, hey, there we go. 3 minutes in, and I mentioned it's a possibility. It always is at this point in the season. With MMRs settled, these matches, we're seeing a lot of these overtimes, game winners, round 3s, etc., etc. Not going to try and speak too early and say that's what's happening here, but at the very least, the momentum does look much better for MidKnights these first 3 minutes than it did the last 10.
Yeah, it always makes for an entertaining game.
And we'll be back at the trench here, taken by Aiden VR, trying to find that bouncer over to the other side and maybe get a clear. But nonetheless, it will be 3 different players all piling up for MidKnights, trying to separate and go for another back pass. Another interesting one of those clears, just kind of a frisbee fling, just spinning into it. Will not get them exactly what they wanted, so instead might open this up for a score. It's Block Slangen, won't be blocked. That was an open goal.
Yeah, my stream there kind of lagged a little bit. I didn't see exactly what happened, but it seemed as though Origin decided to kind of boost down right after that clear, and they got there first to get that quick three-pointer, get them back in this game.
Yeah, and well, we'll be on this launch again. I mean, they got a chance to again reestablish this momentum. You don't want to give Knights too much of it because they already felt pretty good going into this second round. So you definitely want to answer back, fire back at them, and maybe get some more points on the board. Just keep that separation alive and go for, once you do have the separation as well, kind of making sure you prioritize more than ever the clock management and just playing the high percentage shots, as Aiden just denies that and sends it over to the tunnel.
Yeah, you can see the MidKnights, they're really trying to pass a lot more in the offensive zone as they were in the first round. Probably taking from oh wow, a nice quick goal there by Knights of Origin Minty to get them back in this game. 1 goal differential now, a quick miss back pass there from the MidKnights. But as I was saying, they're trying to keep it a little more slow in the offensive zone, maybe kill a little bit at a time, as they had that 6-point lead at the start of the game. But we'll have to see what they do now on the offense and see if they can, extend their lead even more.
And Nathan, I'm glad you catch that. But over here will be Block Slangen taking that disc and sending it loose through the mid lane. That's going to hit the back of the wall and then right back to Minty, and Minty will fall for the 3. It's Knights of Origin, just like that, Acadie. It's a 2-point lead for them.
Yeah, this is why I love this game. It's really anyone's game, because if you don't know this game, Echo Arena, and you saw the scoreboard 6-0, you think, oh, this game's kind of out of the park. But no, all of a sudden, less than 3 minutes later, Knights of Origin are back in the lead by 2 points. And
this is where the whole mental game, the emotional stability there comes in play. When it's difficult, and I can verify. I was anyone who's played Echo can verify. It's intense. You got the adrenaline flowing, you got the emotions, the heat, the sweat, all the everything you put into a game. Sometimes it can be easy to get discouraged, but you see these teams more and more, especially up the higher and higher you go up the ladders, they just have this uncanny ability to can those shots. It's JJ Zell looking hot for the 2-point tie up here now at 8 apiece. But
yeah, JJ for his 12th point on this game to tie it up really quickly, assisted there by Sam. Very well played there by the MidKnights.
Yeah, but as I was saying, it was just those teams who do have the ability to make these comebacks and to just wipe away each play, off the shoulder, wipe the sweat, and just say, yep, we're fine, we're executing according to game plan, everything is well and good. Those are the teams who will definitely have the advantage over others. Like if the skill levels are roughly equal, but one team has even just a slightly better mental game, that team, in my opinion, actually has a big advantage, especially over the course of 20 to 30-minute matches. It's huge.
Yeah, sometimes it gets to the point where you might be down by a couple goals, but if the entire team keeps that positive attitude, they'll definitely be able to keep good chemistry and keep the passes going and just keep scoring, and you might come back just like that, as the team who's ahead by a lot of points might get overconfident.
Yeah, right now, though, both of these teams hopefully not lacking too much confidence. It's 8 apiece, so they've both got some points on the board. They're trying to get some stacks together. You see Kiwi and Jay trying to maybe contest this stack here for the blue team. Aiden getting that through the lane, and it's going to bounce a few different ways before finally finding itself in the bubble. And just danger zone at this point. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left. Every single play is going to matter. Every save, every miss, every make could be game deciding with this amount of time.
Yeah, these last 2 minutes are crucial, especially in a tied game right now. And, you know, of course, the MidKnights trying to stay in this game as they're down a game right now, or around, I guess you could say. But they have possession right now. They might try to get a nice 2-pointer here or 3, but no, it's going to be punched there by Minty, and he's going to clear it down to try to extend that. But it's intercepted once again by their guardian, Sam Paquette, and JJ trying to come in for the pointer, but he knows he's going to miss it there. Minty might try to clear it again, and there he goes, gets the clear off. Not quite, just about.
It would have been huge if they had made that. They'll still have time, though. 90 seconds remaining. Again, every score. Let's see. Walking up and down the floor from the ceiling. Trying to go bottoms up. Let's see. Will it drop? Jay Way makes the way for maybe a round 3. Big dunk off that dish off from Jay Giselle. And it's J to J to J for the juice. 1 minute left. 2-point lead for MidKnights.
Yeah, that was a great play there by JJ. He was juking out the defender there a little bit. And I originally thought he might have just missed the shot there and threw it down. But no, it seems as though possibly his teammate might have called it out and said, hey, I'm down below, give me the pass. And he just slammed it in for a 2-pointer to extend their lead. And there they go once again, extending the lead by 2 more points, making it a 2-point possession game. Wow, MidKnights really turned it on there in the last minute of this round to possibly and likely extend this game.
Yeah, this is a kind of inverse of what we saw in that last round, right? Just about. First round was 10-6 favoring the blue side, Knights of Origin. But as I say that, this is not original at all. We've seen this just the last play around just about. This is a repeat, a comeback, and 15-8. In a snap of a finger, Acadie, it went from a tied game, 8 apiece, to suddenly a much bigger advantage for the side of MidKnights.
Yeah, that was a huge. It's kind of a mirror image of the first and second round if you think about it, because the Knights of Origin had a similar play happen in their favor last round, and now MidKnights get that advantage. I mean, it might not have made a big difference in the scoring for this round, but 15-8 in less than a minute is that's quite a lot of points.
Yeah.
In less than a minute.
No, it was. Just once it started, raining, it started pouring. And that's actually super dangerous, honestly, for the Knights of Origin here, because already looking like MidKnights were probably going to, win off that last shot, maybe just based on the pace of the game. But then to have kind of back-to-back joust turnovers, that gives a lot of good momentum to the Knights, at least MidKnights, that is, at least in theory. Of course, can't get overconfident, as we mentioned earlier. But, I mean, to see those shots go in over and over, you can't think they're going to come out of the gates here for the third round feeling anything but good and confident. And, their shots and passes, when you have a confident team, they just start flowing like butter more and more.
Yeah, when confidence is in every single player on your team, everything just clicks. Everything connects. Everyone's feeling good. Everyone's pushing forward. Everyone's scoring. Everyone's passing perfect. It's great. Whenever you're confident, you win game. And that's what a lot of sports, even just in general, is the mental game, not just the physical.
Yeah, exactly. Well, right now this game has gotten very physical. You saw a lot of just that defense pressuring in the late game there, and just really buying a nice advantage for the MidKnights. And also, too, just to the point again of having, on Knights of Origin, having 3 of their players coming off of that MidKnights roster in the past. So that's another factor, too. Anytime you're playing against a former team, even if you left on good terms or otherwise in your friends, there's still a little extra something as they go for an extra, goal. It's MidKnights there. Giselle showing that, hey, we can still get it done here with this roster. And Knights of Origin, now they need to clap back.
Yeah, JJ hitting his 19th point of the match. But, it's clearly not just JJ. As you can see, 2 assists on the board for MidKnight, as, that's JJ might be their main scorer, but, those assists come in handy, of course, because, passing is, essential when it comes to Echo Arena.
Oh, yeah. Definitely essential on the team play because, of course, when you do have a hot hand, absolutely, you want to ride that hot hand. You want to make sure that that person is getting some good opportunities when it's available. But at the same time, just in a general perspective over the course of many matches and the entire season, definitely having the team play, assists and things like that, extra passes where you can get everyone on a team involved and everyone feeling good, that'll often buy you a lot more benefits, in the long term, because then you don't have to feel too reliant on a single player doing, a single thing all the time. And more up the ranks, you see that kind of happen and envelop where a lot of different talent can definitely rotate into goal or rotate into striker positions at any given time on any given game when they feel good. And feeling really good. His block slinging. Wow. 2 points tied.
Yeah, he just kind of walked in there, not really any defense kind of to stop him there. But I would like to add the great steal there by Guardian before that play even happened. He made that clear. He made that entire play happen because he read the pass to the shield there and stole it and cleared it, and that caused the goal to happen for Block.
Absolutely. Guardian guarding them and doing a great job of it. But backing out, Jay Giselle will be contested a bit by Aiden, but JJ moving away, and now the 2-man game. You can see that separation. Some nice, again, passing overall. They're just prioritizing here. There we go. Back pass. That said, a mishandle on the anchor. Will still get it back, but now a little bit more frantic, finding JJ. You can see him calling for it, kind of activating the triggers there on the punches, just to make sure, extra sure, he got the disc.
And one thing I would like to point out is just a couple seconds ago, MidKnights overtook the Knights of Origin on possession time for this game. That just shows you how close this matchup is, because the possession is equal on both sides. It's absolutely an incredible game to watch right now.
Oh yeah, just pulling that up for the stream right here. The shots taken, possession time, all of it. It's looking really even, and that's what you love to see here, because that's why we've got ourselves this round 3 as Guardian takes it away at the midfield and will be contested this time by Kiwi Keith. But now being stunned out and still not really a numbers advantage at all here in the bubble, so need to be careful. But JJ gets another grab, and that's another fling down the midfield.
Yeah, I know JJ, great steal there off of the Knights of Origin, because he was trying to juke him out here, trying to maybe find a pass, but JJ really came in at the right moment to steal that disc, and he has possession once again, trying to get a pass out to the slot, but he can't find it.
Yeah, it's deadlocked right now, 2 apiece. Lower scoring third round thus far, 6:25 remaining. And maybe just trying, again, baiting out the defense a little bit here. Stalling from way deep in their own side of the floor. Could actually enable, let's see, maybe that bowling ball shot. It will bounce off that corner. It does give it a chance anytime it goes off those corner panels, but that said, they're still going to get it back. It looks like there's Aiden contesting, but being stunned, or actually stunning, and finding the pass for great save. Sam, he is, and that was important there.
What an important save that was for Sam Pocket. That was absolutely incredible. Those 2-pointers, like I said earlier, are very difficult to stop, and he grabbed it and got rid of it as soon as he could. And you can see now Knights of Origin, after that big save, are slowing it down to really make sure they can get that disc in to get past that incredible goaltending that they might have to encounter once again. And once again, Sam Pocket with an incredible save off a low-end shot. That was wow, that came out of nowhere. I didn't even see that coming.
Yeah, Sam doing some great work there. Sam missile as it shoots out into the other side of the floor now. Now trying to grab it here will be taken by Kiwi, and Kiwi gets the 2-point lead, just about the halfway point of this final round.
Yeah, and this entire play, just starting with Sam with those incredible saves. He's at a total of 5 saves right now, which is incredible for a match. And without those saves, of course, Knights of Origin would be ahead by 2 points right now. But now, with Kiwi scoring that goal, they're ahead by 2, and now they're in the driver's seat now. and it's all starting with that goaltending.
Yeah, now even another turnover here. We'll just go right back side to side. So maybe a bit of the hot potato about to unfold. It looks like some pile-ups, so never really know. 50-50 gamble. That's going to go to Aiden's hands, but back to Sam. And Sam just dodging past the defender there, block, slinging, and finding the two teammates there on the other side of the tunnel where it'll just roll way, way back to the goal.
Yeah, Guardian's going to pick it up now at the top of the blue goal. Going to try to find a teammate. He's at shoulder now. Trying to look around for a teammate, can't seem to find one, but finds Aiden, on the right side, and Aiden's gonna miss a pass and give it right to Sam. Sam's gonna get stunned. It's down in the trap, and the MidKnights end up getting it, but Minty's gonna grab that clear and try to clear it out, but just can't get it. It's up by Popcorn.
And getting popped right there in the kernels. It will be taken by Block. Block going off a couple of those blocks and up high to the ceiling. Block slinging, ducking, and trying to maneuver all around before finding a very fast pass to Minty. But it's another save, this time from Kiwi Keith. Getting that through and just taking a little bit of the page out of the book there of Sam. The defense here from MidKnights, both between Kiwi and Sam, they're just doing a great job.
Yeah, Kiwi looked calm, cool, and collected in net there, as I'm assuming he was replacing Sam for a quick moment there. He grabbed that disc with confidence and got rid of it as fast as he could.
See, exactly what I was saying earlier too, just having the rotation of players, multiple people feeling good. Oh, but of all the shots, that's the one that gets through. It's almost like in baseball sometimes, right? You're expecting the huge windup, and then you get dealt a curveball or a kind of a slow, like a knuckleball. So that one actually eked its way through to tie it up. Unexpected, but it'll happen.
Yeah, of course, only at 12 meters a second. That can take someone off guard. If they're expecting a super fast shot, they might see it coming slow and might not expect that as much. And that, benefited Knights of Origin for that play.
Yeah, kind of crosses the wires in the head a little bit there. Understandable, but right now, just getting knocked loose. Aiden through to the midfield, trying to find a boost there with Block, perhaps unable to get too many grabs, so that will go back and forth again. Another slap away, and these teams just vying for control. I mean, 2 minutes left. It's tied. And this is the same thing as the second round, same thing as the first, really, where it comes down to these final minutes in terms of deciding the winner.
Yeah, and as we saw last round, it was tied once again when we hit this 2-minute mark. And we saw what happened, how many points can be scored in that 2-minute period. So it's really anyone's game at this point, and it's a very intense, very entertaining third round.
All right, so J-Way now separating. You can see all the different players, all the three other players there, all went to different positions. That's a very important thing here for MidKnights if they want to have some success in this final minute 40. They're going to drive. They're going to go for that long cross to the shoulder, but just getting caught up in the anchor again, so could have been a great opportunity. That's a tough loss there, but they'll still have some time, but they do need to try and regather that. Fortunately for the side of MidKnights, Knights of Origin weren't able to get a clear. Less fortunately, Knights of Origin were able to get the steal. There's Block slinging, contesting 4 different players.
Yeah, it's really back and forth right now. Both teams are in. You can feel the adrenaline from both teams. They really want to make sure that they can get this next goal and not have to go to overtime, because we all know overtime as a player can be very, very stressful, and not a lot of players like to go through that, and they might want to get this quick goal here with 1 minute remaining in the third round.
All right, that's gonna go deep into the trench there, going for that bottom of the backboard shot, rebounded, but will miss. Oh, right back to the goal, and it's taken there. It goes in. What an unlikely bounce for the lead.
And on the screen, it says 0 meters per second, which does not make sense to me. And as we can see, calling a timeout now is, I believe, Knights of Origin, which could be very tactical when it comes to timeouts, as they're maybe trying to slow down the MidKnights. Wow, what an incredible, events that just unfolded in front of our eyes. The disc was one way and then it was the other, and somehow it got in the back of the net, and now MidKnights are in the lead by 2 points with 40 seconds to go in this match.
Yeah, that was just a shocking turn of events there. That's so they set it 4-4. I see in the chat there mentioning there a timeout was called. You can't, I mean, okay, well, interesting. If it is at 4 apiece, the thing is if there was a dropout or something, you can call timeouts, but that has to occur after goals are scored. So I'm a little bit
also
confused on what's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not too sure exactly what's going on with the score and what the deal is with that. It seems like everyone's kind of playing around, so I'm not too sure.
Well, maybe on your side you can unmute the comms and let me know if you hear any intel. I'm gonna go into the org chat real quick and see. All right. Well, we'll see how that unfolds exactly, because I'm not entirely sure what the issue is, being that we didn't see a crash or anything like that. So try and figuring it out. Ideally, the teams will be able to come with us over there in the chat, or that is to say, the Discord chat. But
Understanding. Now, this is just from what I've heard so far. I believe that a timeout may have been called prior to the goal, and
like prior to like two goals ago.
No, to the sixth point for the MidKnights. If I'm not wrong, I could be wrong. Don't quote me on it, but I think they're wondering if I think the Knights of Origin may believe that the point shouldn't count because it might have been past the 45-second timer, but I'm not sure. They've currently put the score back to 6.
I mean, whatever the case is, so the tough part is from the spectators' side, as of now, we don't know who initiated timeout or when is the problem. Exactly. So it's supposed to come in a future API update, ideally soon, so we will know. But for now, it's very unknown to me when a timeout was pressed. The thing is, if there was tech issues and it was pressed, it was 45 seconds before, that's another thing. But if it was just a matter of waving your arms in the air trying to get their attention, that doesn't technically count as a timeout unless that restart button was pressed. But I can't tell. So ideally, I'm hoping it doesn't have to come down to anything weird where we have to, sort through videos and player testimony, because that would be a very unfortunate way to end a game like this.
Left.
But yes, so I haven't gotten anything from the League org channel, and just friendly reminder to the teams as well, maybe when watching it later, definitely when there's issues or weird inconsistencies like this, do feel free to keep mods or casters updated, especially if you need rule clarification or if you need any kind of discerning on that end. So it's easier for us to work with you. But yes.
Talking about you, I think. I heard Palidore in the chat somewhere.
Well, I can't hear them. I have them muted for the stream. Hopefully it's nothing harsh. But
Palidore, you're terrible.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, not sure what's up. I mean, now we have, let's see, maybe a fifth player. So, which brings the other part of the rules, although the game's not live, technically. If you're going to switch out a player, you also can't have 5 players on the floor at the same time. Like in the server, that is. So if you want to switch, you do have to drop a player first. That said, because the game's not live, it doesn't matter quite as much. But just got to be careful here. Just got to be careful. Know them rules and such. Make it easier on everyone. But for now, we're just going to roll with it and just see. Again, either they're going to kind of agree on a time and situation, or we'll hear some comms in the chat. But until then, we're just going to be left here in the dark, which is very fitting since it's midnight.
Yeah, it seems as though we've lost someone on the Origin side. Oh, he's back now. Oh, yeah. Dark side may be a substitute for Knights of Origin. That's why he was on MidKnights' side.
Mm-hmm.
Because that could be why it might have been tech issues, and so they might be discussing whether or not the goal should count.
All right. Well, as I said, if they do need a moderator decision, they can definitely contact. Otherwise, whatever they figure out here is, you guys in the chat will know as soon as I do. But
exactly.
But in this brief intermission, hopefully brief intermission,
hopefully,
we'll to give a big shout out, of course, to our sponsors there in ProTube VR, VR Cover, VR Wear, Rebuff Reality, and yeah, and Fixed Gaming also. And thanks to them for all the support in the community and the league.
Love you guys.
And also use this time because this is your first cast for VRML, and I know you have other, casting and and production kind of experience here. But how are you feeling about VRML? Not only just the the league, but your team and over there and on Chaos, and just how's your season been? Basically, chat with me here. Chat with me.
Well, yeah. So my name is Acadie. I'm currently on Team Chaos. I'm not sure where we're ranked right now. We're currently off for this week as we are dealing with some roster issues. Yeah, no, it's been a great season. I think VRML has so much potential to really go far and make it into something big, and especially in the community. I just see a lot of potential. That's all. and I wanted to get involved, and so here I am.
Well, here you are. I'm glad you are here as well. It's been fun. I haven't been able to even get a Chaos cast lately, which is highly disappointing because they're always my typically most entertaining or at least interesting games in the sense that you see some unusual things. I mean that in a very good way, at least from the stream standpoint. It's always been fun watching Chaos dating back to the beginning of VRML here, with preseason 1 and season 1, and I know roster changes aplenty for Chaos. I was actually discussing that with Dano when we were casting the other day or last week, but really it's just the kind of the nature of the game, but it's always fun for me to watch just how these teams develop. Chaos has been one of the teams that I constantly said is fun to watch, and the development of them, with different rosters, members coming in, but Dano, holding strong there in the captain's position, and despite everything else, still, constantly on the rise overall. And
yeah, shout out to my boy Dano.
Yeah.
We've become really good friends just, from playing, Echo together, and I learned so much from him. I started, of course, on Oculus Quest during the second closed beta, and even just joining Chaos and joining, one of those teams that have a little bit more experience has, helped me enormously become a better player.
Right. And just a quick redirection to the chat. Okay, so here I see players in there. So real quick for future reference and such. If you do have issues, go to the league organization channel or ping a league moderator. That would be the best place because the stuff like Twitch chat a little bit hard to organize and also keep logs for. So that would be a question more so for a moderator. But let's see if I can kind of discern what happened here.
Maybe check the Discord. I think they're asking if he answered. I don't know who they are referring to, but who knows who that could be.
There hasn't been any other pings I can see in the org channel, but based off what they're saying in Twitch here. So Sam asking what the rules are for what exactly. Goalie black screen while we scored. First, super unfortunate, but second, the goal would still count in that case. If there's a timeout, it occurs basically after the goal is scored. Like if you have a player crash, black screen or crash or otherwise, by the rules, that score would still count. As unfortunate as it really is, you can't have a precedence where people can claim tech issues occurred, for instance, and then take away points, right? Like for instance,
exactly.
If that happened and someone says, "Nope, that score I was blacked out, so it shouldn't count," but we can't verify that, and then other teams will just start doing that all the time when goals are scored. So goal unfortunately will count in that situation, and then you'd have to do the reset of the clock and scores, to whatever it was after that goal was scored.
I'm just noticing now the time is actually set to 1 minute 40 now, which is intriguing because if I'm not wrong, it was under the 1 minute mark.
All right, second question to Aiden real quick though, because calling it 30 seconds before the shot. Did you guys press the restart button or were you just trying to open comment? Because that also does matter. So if it was, I see. I'm gonna have to redirect to just make sure here, but because under the tech issues rule section, it's players can press the restart button after a goal score for a tech timeout, if the button is pressed after the launch timer is already initiated and such, then it can be 45 seconds elapse, and other team will have to acknowledge that timeout and whatnot. But if you press the timeout button and 45 seconds elapsed, that should, let's see, should be.
I'm assuming Aiden means 30 seconds, 30 minutes.
Yeah, he clarified that right after there. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even. My chat must be really slow.
Oh yeah, all good. Just trying to figure this out myself. Usually why go to the league org channel there for the mods, because bears mentioning I'm not a league moderator. I'm a moderator, but not a league moderator per se. A little bit different. Yes. So
we can actually make that call.
So I'll let you know the rules, but typically out of my lane if you're looking for rulings. But that said, it looks like this. Well, I'm not saying it doesn't count. The thing is, if you press the restart button, which I have no way of proving because I'm a spectator and spectators don't get informed of that, you would then have to provide your video footage, or we'd have to go talk to basically all 8 players and figure out exactly what happened and try and work on a solution. That said, they seem to be starting now. Interestingly.
6-4 with 40 seconds to go.
Okay, well, let it be known. So it's not my ruling, but nonetheless, we're gonna go off and underway. But yes, launch out, and now a restart again. Okay, wonderful. That note, if we do have another stream, I need to be on soon here in the next 10 minutes. So hopefully it does get settled. But it's yeah, one of those situations where we can't, as spectators, just due to current game limitations, we can't verify personally, which is why we do recommend people, when they're playing their matches, they record locally from their first-person perspective.
POV.
Anyone recording at all would always help. But otherwise, you'd definitely have to contact a league mod, provide video evidence and such, or we'd have to get all the different player testimonies on it, and that's always a big pain. So usually it's easier when players can figure it out, with a mod and ideally amongst themselves. But that's why definitely be aware of the rules before you play a game. Otherwise, makes it super, super tough. But that said, 40 seconds left and all the momentum certainly lost. Guardian is going to try and launch out here with 30 seconds to spare.
And Aiden just missing the disc there somehow. It came right to him, but ended up missing it. And they're going to try to get a clear here at MidKnights to try to finish off this game, but can't seem to get it right away. Aiden's going to try to grab the disc, and now JJ's trying to clear it even more down the center, but looks like Guardian's going to grab it midfield. 15 seconds to go. See what they can do.
All right, well, Guardian trying to space out. They can still tie it up here. They just might. Let's see. It's a light-up goal there for the Go tie bucket. It's an OT. It's in round 3. I was saying all the momentum lost. Never mind. It's been found.
Yeah, really quickly there, as you can see. The Knights of Origin was able to recover that disc after multiple attempts by MidKnight to try to clear it, and now they're playing overtime, and we're getting a quick start here into overtime. Let's see what happens. Round 3 overtime. Can't get any better than that.
Whenever someone's making the director's cut of this game, just cut off the last 15 minutes and we'd be good. This has been a good match. I mean, all around, these 3 rounds have been absolutely lit. Right now, just trying to light up the goal. It's going to be a dive in and a save out. Guardian! And a big, big save. Maybe trying to make a win here. An unlikely comeback. Let's see in this OT.
Yeah, playing to his name, Guardian, definitely keeping that disc out of the net. But MidKnights with another chance here, just outside the bubble. Let's see if Guardian can stay to his name and be a Guardian once more, and see if the defense on the Origin side can get.
Oh, it's a big win there for JJ Zell, and the shot. MidKnights take the match in this round.
Yeah, JJ just stuffing it in there. Really making sure they get that win off that 2-pointer in overtime. Great match. JJ finishing it off for the MidKnights, and they will take the win, increasing their record to 6-7. All
right, well, after a lot of weirdness and discrepancies, we finally find ourselves the end of the game. 3rd round OT, though, and again, if you disregard the timeouts, which are always unfortunate, it'll happen, but tech issues aside and all that, it ended up still being here the win for MidKnights. They came through in the end, and they provided still yet, 1 minutes of just entertainment. It was fun.
Yeah, and a quick correction there. I meant to say 7-8 is now MidKnights' record. And but yeah, it was an incredible match to watch, and very happy this was my first game to cast. As like I said, doesn't get better than third round overtime, really down to the wire. And great job by both teams. Knights of Origin playing it slow, playing it cool, winning that first round. But the MidKnights coming back in that second round, and third round was very evenly matched, and that just sums up the game in total. It was very even and very entertaining.
Yeah, absolutely, and I feel like a rematch at some point before the season ends would be mighty fun between these two teams. Just no doubt, again, having all those X factors in there, and having quite literally the X factors, ex teammates and such, playing kind of against each other. I'm unfamiliar with the whole situation, but I was informed it was a thing, and it was a big point of why this was a hyped up match. People want to see these things, and it's like I said, when you're going against teammates or former teammates or otherwise, there's always an extra added bit of oomph, where you just want to show them exactly what you got or what the other team is missing and such, and makes for just, again, good matches and fun matches. It's the same in real sports, right, where you just have that kind of story that you want to see unfold.
Yeah, no, it was a lot of fun, Palidore.
All right, well, with that said, we have about 7 minutes until I'll be off over to Channel 1, I do believe. We got, again, a lot of casters, a lot of matches here ready for you tonight. So at the top of the hour, we'll have Toxin versus Void. We'll be playing. We'll have, in another hour from that, Team Joker and Synapse playing. And a lot of casters on board today. Me, Acadie here, TFH making his casting debut, Dipman, so much for subtlety, Sir Dimwee's back in the mix, Dano McFabulous, so a lot of stuff on the plate.
Shout out Dano.
Yeah, every day of the week. Good to see him casting. It's always fun having all these casters on board and doing their thing on these matches, especially these busy nights like this one.
Yeah. So make sure to go over to Channel 1 and check out that game, the Toxin game, with Palidore and Dano, I believe you said?
That one will be Dano and Subtlety, and I'm not currently assigned to it, so maybe there'll be someone else. I'm not sure. But as of now, we do have a Channel 1 match, and I'll be scooting somewhere, probably, quite soon. And yes, actually, hold on Channel 2, I think. It looks like a last-minute ad that wasn't there earlier. I think we have a match going on there as well. Yeah, we do. So over on VRML Channel 2, in fact, I'll redirect you guys to this before I hit the credits. We got Deravel versus Iron Legends, and that's currently being casted as well by Sir Dimwee and TFH. So there we go. But anything else there you want to add or leave off on, or
I think I'm good.
All right. Well, until then, ladies and gents, I've been Palidore. That's been Acadie. This has been MidKnights versus Knights of Origin. And that was a round 3 OT. Fun game to watch. Be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be good to each other. And I'll see you again very, very soon.